Team, I hope these are good. Look, I want to run through decision-making protocols. I've been ironing these out over the last year, but I think Naval Ravikant's nailed this. It comes from somebody who's smart. If you struggle to make decisions on anything, moving country, partner, anything at all, this is 3 rules that have massively changed the game for me. Now, I used to live by this rule. If it's not a fuck yes, it's a hell no. I used to live by that and everything. Now, I think certain decisions you can't really apply that. So there's metrics that I want to ingrain into you for your business, your personal life, everything that I found that worked really well by me. It worked for me, and the mindset coaches have leaned into me, and these all overlap into these 3 rules I've sort of really drilled down into and sort of tried to condense. So if it's a really big decision like marrying somebody, moving country, starting a business, if it's not I still do believe in it. If it's not a hell yes, it's a fuck no. And the reason being is if you can't decide, there's not a big enough reason for you to actually make it work. And like if you can't decide if you want to get married to somebody, you're not going to make it work because you were never fully in. So there's not enough reason to make the leap. So it's a no, and that's straightforward. You shouldn't have to weigh up pros and cons. That's a mess. If you do that, that shows it's not the right decision. So number 1, that is literally straightforward. If you can't decide, the answer is no. Really straightforward. Number 2, take the path that is more difficult in the short term. Your mind will have a negative bias. So pretty much the path that seems tougher in the short term, even if it's the better option, your mind will start making them look 50-50. So if you have a 50-50 decision, go which one is going to cause more friction in the short term and be tougher. Because when you make the hard choices, you'll have an easy life. If you make the easy choices, you'll have a hard life. If there's no pain in one of the routes, that means there's going to be pain later on. So always take the path where there's pain. I know that sounds annoying, but that's always the truth. And you'll never regret that then. When you avoid short-term pain, it always comes back to bite you in the arse. Number 3, does it give you peace of mind in the long run? And a lot of people will be like, well, peace of mind will just be not making a decision. But if you can look back in 10 years and go, that maybe it wasn't the right decision, but it gives you peace of mind, that is the right decision. And I really want to emphasize this with the fire service. So I wasn't sure. I was like, oh, do I not? But then the second rule flew in, and it was like, what's tougher in the short term? Whenever I was leaving the fire service, it was way tougher to leave, start a business, lean in this. So I was like, right, that's short-term pain. But there was no short-term pain with staying in the fire service, but there was a long-term pain of not knowing where I could have been. And then number 3, peace of mind. This is where this really flows in. Think about it. In 20 years' time, I knew where I'd be in the fire service. I would have that like, what if, could have, should have, versus now I can look back and go, well, I took the shot. And that gives me real peace of mind. And peace of mind is the closest thing to happiness. Happiness is ups and downs, it's peaks and troughs, which will make you go highs and lows. You don't want to chase that. You want to chase peace of mind and contentment, and that will give you that in the long run. So really, really simple 3 rules I've noted here. If it's not a yes, it's a no. Take the harder path in the short term. What gives you real peace of mind in the long run? Them 3 rules, when applied, will usually give you your answer. And really be strict on this. Most people struggle making decisions, and then the businesses and people struggle because not lack of opportunity, it's really, they don't die from lack of opportunity, they die from indigestion, because they're not making decisions thinking that is not making a decision. It is. If you're not making a decision, that is still a decision. So realize just by stalling out, you're slowing down your growth and everything. So make a decision, lean in. If you're like, I need to review this, then review it in 4 months' time. Don't review it in a week. Don't keep it in the back of your head. Implement, like I was considering buying here or there. I just made a decision, change decision metrics from end a week, end a month to end a day, and you will speed up tenfold. Speed is king. There's no such thing as right or wrong. It's just make a decision, roll with it. Let me know this helps. Bit of insight should get you moving, should make you win. And that's what I'm all about here. So hopefully you find that interesting. But that's from Naval Ravikant, and I've sort of condensed that down over the last year, and I found that very beneficial.